Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to dive right in and totally dismantle what you think you know about how your favorite hotels and restaurants actually operate. You know, when you book that weekend getaway or snag a table at a top-tier restaurant, you're stepping into this beautifully, carefully crafted experience. But today, we're going straight behind the curtain.
So think about it. Who really runs a successful hotel? Most of us naturally assume the hospitality industry is run by the faces we see, right? The people handing you your room key or bringing out that incredible appetizer. But I want you to reconsider who is truly pulling the strings behind the scenes, who actually builds that experience you're enjoying. To get there, let's contrast the glamorous front-of-house illusion with the really complex back-of-house reality. Yes, absolutely, the chefs, waiters, and receptionists are the immediate faces of hospitality. But behind them are the administrative roles that actually form the backbone of the whole shebang. Specifically, larger companies rely heavily on their human resources departments to literally keep the lights on and the guests smiling. So, we need to completely reframe how we view human resources management. Outsiders, and honestly, sometimes even insiders, just see it as an extra administrative cost, a cost center. But the reality? It's the exact opposite. A well-planned HR program that's tailored to the organization is the ultimate hidden engine. It's strategically designed to lower staff turnover, drive way higher customer satisfaction, and ultimately massively improve the business's bottom line.
I love this quote because it brilliantly hits the nail on the head regarding the core strategy of hospitality. Business success can never be achieved by just one person. It takes a team. It's never a solo act. You could literally have the most visionary general manager on the planet, but it takes a team, and specifically the right team, to execute that vision. Finding, attracting, and keeping the right people by putting employees first, that is the real secret ingredient to any 5-star rating. Okay, let's move right into phase 1, finding the right fit, or what we can call the art of attraction.
This isn't just about slapping a help wanted sign in the window. It's a very structured journey. It starts with job analysis, which means forecasting exactly what the business actually needs. That leads to super precise job descriptions, then targeted recruitment to attract the right people, and finally, selection, making absolutely sure you hire the best possible fit. Think about it like this. Put yourself in an HR manager's shoes for just a second. How do you recruit someone who isn't just, professionally skilled, but also brings a great, friendly vibe to the existing team? I mean, finding a chef who can perfectly sear a steak is one thing. Finding a chef who can do that and collaborate well during a crazy, stressful dinner rush, that's an entirely different puzzle. The applicant absolutely must be convincing both professionally and personally. To actually pull this off, HR executes some major strategic chess moves. They place targeted job advertisements on specialized platforms. They use techniques like active sourcing to directly approach ideal candidates, people who might not even be looking for a job yet. They handle the whole complex application management process. And crucially, they manage the induction or onboarding. It's all about organizing a really smooth process, so new hires can jump right in without a hitch.
All right, so what happens after that new hire walks through the door? We enter phase 2, growing the team, focusing on development and training. It all kicks off with orientation. An employee's initial introduction to the company obviously provides essential info, sure, but more importantly, it creates that crucial first impression. This initial phase is absolutely vital for making it easier for them to get started and genuinely feel like they belong right from day one. Now, to keep top talent from just walking out the door, HR works hand in hand with department supervisors to assess strengths and weaknesses. They organize highly targeted training to level up skills. They build clear career paths through coaching and mentoring. Essentially, they show employees that there is a real, tangible future for them within the organization. And as part of that development, they conduct regular performance reviews. Now, this is a real game changer. Performance management isn't just about grading people or, ticking boxes on some corporate evaluation form. It is an active coaching process designed to elevate their skills, boost their confidence, and really maximize their contribution to the team. It's all about providing feedback to encourage and support improvement. Moving on to phase 3, compensation and compliance. This is where we look at the delicate balancing act between the strict rulebook and the fun rewards. What's really fascinating about this breakdown is the careful balance HR has to strike. On one side, you've got the rewards. That's HR's job of creating attractive perks, figuring out remuneration systems, bonus programs, and company health insurance. But flip the coin, and on the other side is the rulebook.
This is their highly sensitive responsibility to uphold labor laws, draft rock-solid employment contracts, and ensure strict legal compliance across the entire board. And sitting right inside that rulebook is conflict management. Let's be totally honest here. In high-stress environments like sweltering, fast-paced kitchens or crazy busy hotel lobbies, tensions are just inevitable. When unpleasant incidents or internal disputes bubble up, the HR department literally steps in as the vital mediator and conflict resolver to get things back on track.
But what happens when coaching and mediation just aren't enough? Well, if poor performance or unsatisfactory behavior persists, HR relies on a formal corrective process called progressive discipline. It steps up gradually from simple coaching and verbal feedback to formal warnings. Termination is strictly managed as the absolute final stage of this process, or obviously for just cause, to ensure fairness and legal protection for the business. Finally, let's explore Phase 4, employer branding. Basically, how do you actually go about retaining the best people long-term? See, a company's brand isn't just a marketing tool for its guests. It's just as much for its workforce. HR has to actively create a pleasant internal atmosphere. They do this by rolling out satisfaction programs, organizing team-building activities, and really pushing for an open atmosphere of communication between the staff and management. Why? Because a genuinely happy internal team naturally creates an incredibly attractive brand to the outside world. So, the absolute most crucial takeaway from this whole explainer is this direct, undeniable equation. When HR does its job effectively and truly puts employees first, those highly satisfied employees are the exact ones who deliver superior, memorable customer service. And guess what? That superior service is exactly what drives increased profitability and boosts the bottom line. It literally all starts with the people. I want to leave you with a thought to reflect on for your own workplace, or even just the next restaurant or hotel you visit. Next time you check in, will you see just the staff, or will you see the hidden engine that put them there? When you interact with a perfectly coordinated team, take a second to consider the invisible work of HR, the careful recruitment, the training, the conflict resolution, the branding that is ultimately dictating your amazing experience. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep looking behind the scenes.